So Richard, tough result to take obviously with QPR scoring so late. What were your thoughts on the game?
Just very disappointing to concede so late. From a winning position, looked like 3 points, but only came away with one. But the unbeaten run continues, and it's 7 unbeaten now, which is great, and look forward to Saturday.
Obviously, you've just touched on that unbeaten run. Now seven with a win. Sorry. Obviously, you're coming up against some good sides. Informed Sheffield United the weekend, QPR again tonight. How good is it to be able to go toe to toe with these Championship sides?
It's very good. It's pleasing. We're more confident this time round. A couple of seasons ago, when we were in Championship, it were a struggle all season, but it's a completely different outlook this time. Different mentality. Very positive, and it's showing how good a group we've got, that we're competing every week. Everybody had us as downright for relegation favourites, but we're proving people wrong, which is good.
You've touched on that side that obviously went down in 2016, and you've touched on the changing mentality. How much do you put that down to Paul Warne and the influence he's had since he took over?
Most of it. He's been brilliant since he's come in. Brought the right staff in. He's got good staff around him, which helps massively, and he's brought the players in that he wants. He's touched on it probably millions of times now. Human beings, we're a great bunch of lads. Dressing was very good to be around, and he's created that.
Yeah, John Taylor, when I spoke with him before, has said very similar and said that it's like a family, and you walk into the training ground at the minute with a spring in your step. Is that, do you echo those sort of thoughts?
Yeah, I've been here. This is my 5th season now. Last season was brilliant, obviously. And then this season's been really good. It's just a great place to be. I enjoy it every day coming in. When I first came to the club, I didn't have them feelings that I've got now, and I'm sort of like a father figure to most of them. I'm one of the eldest in the dressing room, most experienced, and you've touched on Tails there, and he's like my son. So it's a nice place to be. And
you've had some very good times at the New York Stadium, obviously. Do you have a favourite moment, obviously, since Paul won? Obviously, I mean, Wembley must be hard to beat with 2 goals.
Well, Wembley's top by a country mile. Not far behind semi-final. Game before that when I scored, obviously here. And then probably my other main one is, let me think, Reading. A few years ago, Steve Evans was in charge, and that was to stay. That guaranteed our survival in the Championship the first season. And I didn't start. I came on as a sub, did well, and we got the win and the points to stay.
2-1, I believe it were that night. Freck scored as well, didn't he? If I remember correctly.
Good memory.
Thank you.
I came on just to help, show it up, and I thought I did well when I came on, and it was just a great. It was a good team spirit then, to be fair, and it was just a great end to the season. And
would you agree it's a pretty fair statement to say, obviously Rotherham have picked up 17 of their 20 points at home this season? It's a fair statement to say that the form at the New York Stadium will determine whether you stay in the Championship or not.
Definitely does. We said this right from the start when we came in pre-season. We need to make it a fortress, difficult place to come, and which we're doing. Teams don't want to come and play here. They don't like how we play. We're in the face, stop and playing, and play with a high tempo, and the fans get right behind us. And yeah, it's proving well for us. Everything's going well. We're picking up points, and long may it continue.
Just going to touch on the fans. Obviously, it's quite an enclosed stadium, and it's often filled, to capacity. How much of an impact can the fans have when you're on the pitch, obviously, in terms of trying to help the team forward?
Yeah, 12 man. Suck it in, especially when we kick second half towards our fans. It always helps. The atmosphere is very good. We go to big stadiums, and if they don't fill them, it can feel a bit dead, empty, but that's never the case at the New York. It's a great atmosphere, the fans feel it, and they're always there supporting us, which is great.
And finally, in a couple of weeks' time, you go back to your old stomping ground at Hillsborough as you take on Sheffield Wednesday. You obviously have fond memories of your time there. Do you enjoy that fixture, or look out for that fixture when they all come out a little bit more than some of the others?
Yep, it's the first fixture that I look at. I love my time at Wednesday. I had a long career, came up through the academy, got a lot of time from, and it's a place I'll always remember. But when it comes to the football match, it's the first one I look for, and I want to play well and get the 3 points. That's the most important thing, and yeah, it's just that extra incentive that I've got to try and get a goal at Hillsborough would be nice.
And obviously they're not playing that well at the moment, so you must go there as a group, and obviously feel you can definitely go and get a result there at the moment.
Yeah, of course, they are struggling. They have been for numerous weeks now. A lot of pressure on the manager, and we're the opposite. We're playing well, unbeaten. going in with good form. Really looking forward to it, and encouraging signs that we can cause an upset at Hillsborough, which would be great.